farmer in Staffordshire says the government's delay of the high-speed rail line linking Birmingham and Crewe is prolonging his agony. The track is set to run straight through his Staffordshire farm, but in a bid to temper the soaring costs of the multi-billion-pound project, it will now take an extra 2 years to complete.
Well, that means HS2 might not run north of Birmingham until 2036, with some saying their businesses will suffer. Others are calling for the project to be scrapped altogether. Lewis Warner reports.
After 30 years, this is Tony's last week at his farmyard. The house and its outbuildings at Great Haywood near Stafford have all been cleared, and all now belong to HS2 Limited.
From about there, straight line, straight through, and taking the farm buildings here.
HS2 will run straight through this farm, which has been bought by compulsory purchase. Tony has until the 15th to be out, even though the 2-year delay announced by the government means construction might still be years off.
Disappointed, it just prolongs the agony. We've got another 2 years to spread it over. It leaves me fairly cold, really.
How do you feel knowing that this is all going to be lost, something you've built up?
Well, a bit sick, really, but it'll happen. Can't do anything. Yeah.
The government says the route linking London to Birmingham will continue unaffected, but the second phase from Birmingham to Crewe will be delayed. So too will the link between Crewe and Manchester, but it's thought the existing completion date for Manchester still stands.
The government have been talking about, the Northern Powerhouse and levelling up. It's just, it's a bit ironic that they're only going to make it to Birmingham. The north of the country aren't benefiting from this, and we're not going to be benefiting from it for a longer period of time now.
Further south, work on the delayed link is already underway. This giant hole in the ground near Lichfield, evidence that high-speed rail is coming, but not necessarily any time soon. In nearby Whittington, villagers who've had their lives disrupted are left puzzled.
I don't quite get why they're delaying it. If they delay it, surely the cost of materials is going to go up in 5-10 years' time.
I don't like HS2 at all. It's just at the back of me. I think they've made a massive mess of everywhere, the countryside, and now it's going to be delayed another 2 years. It's not good.
You think it should be delayed, or?
Yeah, they're spending money like it's no tomorrow. I just think it needs to be stopped.
This controversial line has now been delayed, but HS2 has already made its mark on this landscape and on its people.
Well, Lewis is live at HS2's Curzon Street station in Birmingham. Lewis, remind us where we are with phase 1 of the routes.
Well, we're told that phase 1 will come to Curzon Street Hay Station here on the existing schedule, but it is suggested that trains might not reach central London, so London Euston, until at least 2040. Now, the government says it is committed to that northern part called phase 2A. It says as soon as possible after accounting for the delay in construction. Now, when I spoke to the Mayor of the West Midlands, Andy Street, yesterday, he impressed on me that a project this size simply is not immune to the rising prices that we are all actually facing in our lives. This is a £100 million project with inflation nudging around 10%. It could easily add an extra £10 billion to the budget. To put that into some context, that's about 1/5 of the entire Department for Transport's annual budget itself. So we are talking huge amounts of money affecting the government purse and, of course, as we've seen in my report, affecting people's lives.
Lewis at Curzon Street, thank you very much.